in such a document, you define test levels or test types in natural language on Microsoft Word. But you can't grasp the holistic structure of test levels and types without any diagram. So if you draw a diagram of test levels and test types, so you can easily grasp the holistic structure, architecture. Okay? So, test container is a pack of test viewpoints. And test container can include other containers. Like one test level includes any test types and so on. Okay? So, there is an anti-pattern of modeling test containers. If you're a professor or if you're a consultant, says unit testing and integration testing and system testing levels is very good, or ISO IC 25051 and square quality characteristic standard is basic test types is very good. It's you will make a test architecture like this, but it's very generic for do. Okay. How do you test do in which test level or which test types? This is part of test architecture example for first-person shooting like do. The upper one is automated testing for gacha. You know gacha, it's a gambling probability. And the second one is exhaustive automated testing for payment for various items. And the third row is including complicated payment flow verification, load testing for payment, various payment verification, delightful payment validation. It's like an if I pay to you a lot of money, so usually I don't want to pay this money. It's important for my life. But if you develop a good user interface or payment process, so thank you. Payment of this money for you is my delight, my pleasure. This delightful payment validation means that, like that. And the third one is payment security verification. So the upper three rows are for mission critical functions. But this test type or this test level is for mode 2, system of engagement. And this one is short and dead timing validation. It's rather near to mode 1. And user thriller and relax validation, catalysis validation, addiction validation, distraction validation, resumption validation. this row is spectral between mode 1 and mode 2. It's integrated. So orange boxes are for system of records, and blue boxes are for system of engagement testing. Using test container or test viewpoints, you can separate and integrate. First, separate, and second, integrate the test cases between system of records mode 1 and system of engagement mode 2. And if you grasp a holistic architecture of your tests, so you can abstract monetization test type, basic environment test level, various environment test level, actual environment test level, real usage test level, particular emotional impression test level, like short and dead time validation, and holistic emotional impression test level, and business test type, and so on. You can abstract or detail as you like. Okay. How to design good test architecture? These are principles to design good test architecture. One is separate containers according to test types of value, mission critical value or user derived value, and so on. Mainstream features or supporting features. The second principle is to separate containers according to difficulties in test design. To test cases traceable to requirements, or test cases which is creative in exploring unscripted viewpoints. And the second one is technical difficulty. Design test cases forward or backward. So usually you design test cases forward way. It means test design from conditions to expected results. It's much easier. But backward design, so test design from expected results to conditions, it's much difficult. So these different two types of test design needs different skills of test design. So you have to separate. You should separate. And the third principle is to separate containers according to different rhythms. Slow test types and rapid, with slow release and rapid release. Needs short or long time preparation for test execution. Judges OK or NG without thinking or with human senses, and so on. Okay. So if you want to software in now IoT or AI age, software has you have to understand software has both aspects together: system of record mode 1 and system of engagement. But you have no good guide for both testing, or you have to integrate mode 1 testing and mode 2 testing. In mode 2 testing for engagement, you have to explore new viewpoints, thinking quality of software and testing intensively. The trial-force viewpoint model may be useful to your development. And the third summary is when you integrate mode 1 and mode 2 testing, you should design good test architecture with new test levels and types. So this example might be useful for your development. And my message of this presentation is do not copy and paste